Hi, Stephen. I wanted to give you some feedback on the academic speech you gave in class last week. You did really well, but I just thought I should offer some pointers for next time.
That would be great, thanks. I had some issues with the register, as you probably noticed.
That's my first comment, in fact. It is important to bear in mind the type of audience you are addressing and adapt the level of formality accordingly. But as a rule of thumb, an academic speech requires formal language. That means avoiding the excessive use of idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, and generally colloquial language or slang that might undermine your credibility.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. What about the content? I felt that I established my points quite well. I'd done a lot of research, so I had tons of material.
I could tell you'd read up on the subject, that's true, but while you were giving your speech, you kept looking at your written presentation. It prevented you from maintaining consistent eye contact with the audience, which is extremely important. I'd suggest you memorize your speech next time and prepare a set of cue cards with the key points of your speech as a reminder. This will allow you to remain engaged with the audience. Other than that, your body language was excellent. You stood up straight and projected confidence, and your movements were deliberate. A lot of students get nervous and fidget, but you did excellently. You also used your voice well. Your volume was varied and your rhythm was good too. You alternated long and short sentences well and emphasized all the right words, giving the audience an indication of when they needed to listen closely. However, I think your conclusion was rather weak.
My conclusion? I felt that was the strongest part of my speech, and the way I repeated my earlier points really helped to reinforce my overall point. What was wrong with it?
Actually, that's a common misconception. A conclusion shouldn't be a mere repetition of earlier statements, but a brief roundup of your main points, which leads to a decision based on what you have presented. When writing your conclusion, it would be a good idea to think about these. Where does my speech lead the audience? What conclusion do I want them to draw? What do I want them to remember when they leave the room? This is what your conclusion should include.
You're right. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks a lot.